Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here, baby, in nature, and it feels fantastic. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. 10 simple ways to stop stockpiling people's energy. Question for you. Are you around somebody who has very terrible energy right now? Don't worry, I won't judge you. Maybe they will. A lot of people write into me every single day. They tell me about how there is someone at their workplace, or maybe it's a friend, or maybe it's their brother or sister. It's somebody's energy, right? They don't want to stand it anymore. They don't want to tolerate it anymore. They don't want to deal with it anymore. Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey to stop stockpiling people's energy. Now, energy is beautiful. It can be, but it can also be very, very uncomfortable depending on what kind of energy it is. There is low energy and there is high energy, right? There is energy which serves you and there is energy which throws you off balance. And I've realized along my journey that as soon as I walk outside my house right now, I realize I'm in a jungle, right? Some people call it the concrete jungle, right? The concrete jungle. Wow. It depends where you are though, because you might walk out and be in a place like this, but still, much of the world has become a concrete jungle. As soon as you go outside your house, you got people honking their horn. You got smoke fumes everywhere. And you got the cat down the road, but you are being confronted, bombarded with so many different energy frequencies that you really have to be a wizard out here. Oh yeah. So along my early journey, I didn't really know how to deal with it because I would just be minding my own business and then get confronted with this kind of energy, which I was like, huh? What did I do? So if you want to stop saying, what did I do? This video's for you. The first simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy is what I call no food. So I'm driving yesterday on the way to the beach and there's a woman who is just shouting and I'm looking at her like, huh? What did I do? I don't even know what I did. But she's just like yelling and I'm like, okay. I was almost about to copy her and go like, but then I realized, wait a minute, she can't hear me and I can't hear her because we're driving really fast right now. And I've also got to concentrate on where I'm going. Whoa, that was a close one. Okay, no food. I just made a video about being calm. So I actually applied one of the steps, and that is to change how I react. You see, no food works like this. If I had copied her, mimicked her, who knows what would have happened, right? It may not have been a pretty sight because I would have lost focus on driving, right? I could have caused an accident. So I realized that by me just turning up the volume more of the classical music, of the reggae, of the... What was I listening to? Yeah, it was some classical music that day, right? It was just beautiful. I was like, it's so beautiful to be alive, baby. And she was like, huh? So no food works like this. A lot of the times we stockpile people's negative energy because we give them food. Have you ever been in an argument with someone and they just want to argue with you? Like they just want to argue with you and argue with you and argue with you and argue with you. And oh my gosh, it's tiring already. Because we ain't even had breakfast yet, right? So I didn't give her any food. I said, I'm not going to react how you want me to react. Slow motion that side. And afterwards, she just stopped. Well, actually, I just drove past her, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. So we come to realize that, ask yourself, in your life right now, are you giving people food? Whether it's a person, living in this world, a lot of us, we are addicted to bad news, drama, and gossip. Once again, you give them food. So I don't focus on that stuff, so I don't give it food, therefore I don't stockpile that kind of energy. It's a choice. No food, right? Let people go hungry, because people's fuel is seeing you out of balance. I realized along my journey, I came here to be in inner balance, in inner peace. And this is all of our mission, right? This is all of our mission on planet Earth, to find inner peace. And it's not easy, right? Because we are surrounded by energies which are going to test us every single day. But if you realize that, ask yourself, how am I feeding into this? Right? If you take away someone's food source, they starve. Right? But if you keep feeding someone, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then you're left arguing when you could have just gone to the beach. Like, just go to the beach already. We got there finally. Thank goodness gracious for that. What's the second simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy? Now, whoever you think of, you are giving energy to. You've heard the phrase paying attention. What does attention mean? Attention means directed focus, concentrated focus. So you're actually making a transaction every time you pay attention. Slow motion that side. Right? My mentor used to tell me that if you think of someone, you are actually giving them some of your energy. That's why if a mother thinks of her child, right, she's sending him energy, her energy. If you think of someone you really love, you are sending them energy. But you see, let's turn it around. What happens if you think of someone who really gets on your nerves? Because that's what we all do. Like, you've got so many people you could think of right now, but you think of the one who gets on your nerves, because we're really smart like that. You are actually paying attention to them, so you are breathing life into them, therefore stockpiling their energy, therefore absorbing their energy. They are now becoming a part of you. So what helped me along my journey was to say, okay, I'm not going to say I don't want to think of this person, because resistance makes stronger. When you say I don't want to think of this person, chances are you end up thinking of them. Or if you say I don't want to watch this news, chances are you're going to take a look, because resistance makes stronger. So what I did was to say, actually, I'm not in resistance to this person. They're just doing nothing for me, right? They're not bad people, but we're not resonating on the same frequency. Like this news, which is full of negativity, it's not for me, but it might be for you, right? But I'm not gonna get all mad about it, right? Because then you start thinking about it, then it consumes you. You've fallen into the trap. Gotta be smarter than that. What's the third simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy? Now, this is what I learned, that whoever you talk of now, whoever you speak of, you breathe life into as well. I've been making videos for a little while, and I never talk bad about anybody, because I know that if I do, I'll make them famous. True story. I don't gossip about people. Why? Because once again, I might go to bed dreaming of them. If I'm going to talk about you and speak about you, it's to lift you up. But you see, a lot of us, we stockpile people's energy because we are talking about the wrong people every single day. You're talking about these people, not realizing you are creating them in your mind. Slow motion this side. Right, that's why I don't really focus a lot on problems. I'm all about solutions, right? And it's not easy because sometimes we are faced with people who, once again, we want to talk about because they've really upset us, they've really offended us, they've really offended us. Like, I'm crushed. But at the same time, ask yourself this. Do you spend the same amount of time talking about those people as you do your favorite friends? It's a bit more, isn't it? Right? We always spend a little bit more talking about people we've got problems with. You got to reverse it. Talk about people who were there for you when you had nothing. And then you start stockpiling that beautiful energy instead of stockpiling energy which does nothing for you. Now, what's the fourth simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy? Vibrate differently. Now, when the woman was going like that in the car, getting really mad at me, I was vibrating differently, so therefore it didn't affect me. And also, I changed my focus, and it wasn't a problem. Now, before, I would be vibrating at the same frequency as the energy I was trying to get away from. Okay, sometimes we get mad at noise. We get mad at the state of the planet. We get angry. We get furious. Why is the world like this? How come they've got money for war, but they can't feed the poor? We get really angry about this. So we end up becoming the same anger we are trying to go against. Therefore, we become part of the problem, not the solution. You got to vibrate differently because once again, we don't realize that two opposing energies can never occupy the same time and space. So once again, realize that, okay? If there's an energy you don't like, be the complete opposite of it, and then both of you can't be in the same space. If you are you a really peaceful person? Okay, try going into a really loud room. You're gonna walk right out because once again, you are vibrating differently. It works like that. What's the fifth simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy? Now, this is what's helped me along my journey, is to really find your true circle. Find your true circle. It's what I call the circle of friends, the circle of trust. Now, a lot of us, every single day, we don't realize subconsciously we choose friends based on our insecurities. We choose friends to validate us. We choose friends because we're still not sure of ourselves. Now, when I started to realize that along my journey, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm around this person because I want them to tell me something like I've been missing in my life, right? That's why we have a lot of friends. We don't even know that, right? We want them to tell, oh my gosh, you look so good in that. You look so good in this. But now what happens is we go out with these people, and this usually happens in childhood. We go out with these people, and what happens is that now we end up stockpiling their energy, meaning their vibe, their aura, because we become like the people we surround ourselves with most often. Then I realized, okay, about a decade ago when I was diving deep, I said, these friends I'm hanging around, they're not doing anything for me. And I don't think I'm doing anything for them. And I don't want to stockpile their energy anymore because it's not making me feel good. So I had to make a choice to leave some people behind. But little did I know, I was making space for the right people, the right energy to come into my life. Slow motion that side. People always want more. I want more friends. I want more. No. Less is more. Okay, I don't care if you've got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I got 5,000 friends. I got 5,000. I don't even have 5,000. I don't even know 5,000 people. Don't even know where they came from, right? So be careful of just wanting more friends, more this, more that, because once again, you are now inviting in different energies into your space. You want the right friends. You don't want more friends. You don't want more followers either. You want the right people to support you, and you want to support them, right? And that's how you stop stockpiling energy which doesn't serve you. Now, let's talk about number 6, the 6th simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy. 7-day vegan challenge. Every 35 days, your body creates new cells from the food that you eat. And what helped me along my journey was to say, okay, that literally means you are what you eat. Like all those grapes, all those strawberries, all of those dates. Yeah, your body is taking that and creating new cells out of that, right? So you are literally a walking strawberry. You are literally a walking apple. You are literally, what did you eat yesterday? You're that, right? But a lot of us don't even realize our body is the biggest pharmaceutical company in the world, right? It is the biggest pharmaceutical company in the world. We are literally making stuff, right? From the food we eat. We're making new cells. So what I realized was to say, okay, I get it. I get why I'm stockpiling energy which doesn't serve me. Because look what I'm eating, right? Food is energy. Food is information. There is low vibrational food, acidic food, and there is high vibrational food, alkaline food. And a lot of us, we couldn't care less about what we eat. And that's why we stockpile energy, right? We eat animals. They don't want to be eaten. So once again, you violated a natural law. Therefore, you stockpile undesirable energy. I had to learn the hard way, baby. But going vegan was the best choice I've ever made. And that's why every single day I'm always seeing, okay, what kind of energy does this food have? How is it going to help me become my greatest version? Number 7. The 7th simple way to stop stockpiling people's energy is this. Now, if there is somebody in your life, if you're not happy with how the world is, you are choosing your reaction and you're responsible for that. People invite us every single day. Now, will you accept this invitation to be like that same energy, or will you decline it? A lot of us, let's say your parents shout at you. Let's say your partner wants to argue with you. And then you argue and argue and argue, then you have accepted that invitation. Right? What about if they want to massage you? Well, accept it. You've accepted that too. Who doesn't want a massage first thing in the day? I do, right? Look, if you don't realize you are consciously choosing what kind of energy you are accepting into your life every single day, then you will always stockpile energy which doesn't serve you. If you are aware that you are accepting and you are declining, you have that power to accept and decline, then you will always attract the best kind of energy into your life. So I realized that when this woman was going like that, use her as an example, right? I declined that invitation. I said, sorry, I'm going to the beach, right? I was smiling as well. Smile, it confuses people, by the way, right? So I didn't accept it. I declined it. But you see, a lot of us, we accept, we fall into the trap. So you have the power to accept or decline invitations, which will lead you to become your greatest version or throw you off course. What's number 8? Now, I've been making videos for a while, and a lot of people say, Ralph, how do you make videos and it's so flipping quiet? Why is it so quiet? Listen to this. Silence. Right? Sometimes there are planes. There are always planes above. There was a tractor over there. Like, there's noise all around us, but I always say that it's okay. It's part of life. Okay? And a lot of the times when there are distractions around us and noise, you can move. You're not a tree. You can move. You're not a pyramid. You can move anywhere you want. We don't want to move though because we're rigid, we're stuck. And that's why a lot of us stockpile people's energy, because we don't have the flexibility to move around. Some people say, I don't like my job. I didn't once. There was actually someone I used to work with who just really, our energies were incompatible. And I was like, either I'm leaving or you're leaving. But I just stayed there, not realizing that actually I don't have to put up with this. And this guy was going to stay. So I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. And it's not that he was making me move. I just respected myself enough to not tolerate this BS. I was better than that. But a lot of people just put up with it. They say, I don't like this environment, but I'm still... What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Talk to me. Right? What are you doing there? You can live free wherever you want to be. That's a little rap. Live free wherever you want to be. Okay? So it works like that. Now, let's talk about something else. We are on the other secret. This one is the big shocker. A lot of people don't realize. And that is, it's not always about you. Okay? Number 9, it is not always about you. It's not always about you. Oh, but it is, Ralph. You've taken it so personally. People have their own issues. A lot of people project their own energy onto you. Right? And I saw it along my journey that people just project all the time. They project. Sometimes people have had a bad day. It's what I call kick the cat syndrome. Right? So then they go home and kick you. Ouch! We pass on energy from one place to another. That's why you have to cleanse your energy every single day. So when you realize it's not just about you, you take things a lot less personally. Therefore, you stop stockpiling people's energy. There is a tractor right there, and it's cutting the grass. Now I could say, oh my gosh, I'm recording a video, but they've got a job to do. It's not about me, right? I shouldn't feel offended by it. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me because we're still going to do what we came here to do, right? We just let that pass away because we don't pay that attention. It's a choice. It's always a choice. It's not always about you. If you think everybody is out to get you, you got paranoia instead of pronoia, then yes, you're going to stockpile a lot of heavy energy. You got to become lighter and realize that really and truly, the universe is always working on your behalf. Works for me every single day, baby. And lastly, let's talk about this simple secret that you got to show compassion, right? A lot of people don't have the skills, the know-how to deal with their emotions, so they take it out on you. And sometimes what they do can also make you look at how you react. So you need both people. In essence, you need the contrast of life. Slow motion that side. You got to show compassion. Like, I realize you need a lot of compassion to be on planet Earth because a lot of us, we are doing some crazy stuff out here. And if you don't have compassion, then once again, you become like the same thing, which is causing problems. Compassion makes you vibrate differently. You're on another level right now. And it feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? We are out here. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You!